Welcome guys to another Age of Empires forecasted game. We have in the color green playing as the Order of the Dragon. It's low skill, high ego. And his opponent playing in the color yellow as the Byzantines. It's Zerty, also known as Zerton. Welcome everybody to another Age of Empires forecasted game. I'm really curious about how this one turns out, because we don't really see many Order of the Dragon games. Not the best civilization to choose when you want to go on the rank ladder. They seem to be weak on the high level. I mean, these are high level players, so I'm really curious, like, what's up with the Order of the Dragon players? Like, is it the is it the units? Are the units not that good? Or is it the tempo? Maybe it takes too long to get the units. Or maybe it's just something there that is lacking, that is just not really good enough. But looks like we're gonna see a fast castle coming from the Order of the Dragon this time. Already find the deer closest to your town center. Gonna get that food. It's only six on deer, and then he's just gonna go to the gold, then just age up, and then let's see where he takes it from. Meanwhile, Zerty already have a farm next to the town center. Look at that, already next to the berries. Gonna definitely put the Grand Winery here. Gonna get a little bit drunk with the Grand Winery next to the berries and the farms. It's kind of like the English but 2.0 in a way. But you know, the English defenses is something like it's really hard. I know we're getting a little bit off topic here, but English is one of the few civilizations that I really struggle with in the Feudal Age. Like, it's just there's just not enough range armor for so many arrows. What can I say? It's just so hard to push into the Feudal Age. Look at that, free ship here. There you go. Meanwhile, Grand Winery going up for 30, and let's see where he wanna take this from. Because if your opponent is going to fast castle, probably you want to deny the berries, the relics, and I think Byzantines is a civilization that can easily mass up a big army in the Feudal Age. They should be able to deny some relics, even if your opponent goes to Castle Age first. And I don't think it's gonna be a problem for them. The thing is, Order of the Dragon probably, gonna age up with those Gilded Knights, which is kind of hard to deal with, but usually there is like 1 or 2 on the field. So as long as you have a lot of limited A, I think you're kind of fine. But let's see. I was expecting to see a Mindware coming from the Order of the Dragon, especially because it just has so many unique upgrades that you don't see anywhere else, like the Golden Curious. How do you say that? Curious? It's like the 20% less damage. Is it 20% less damage? You just get less damage when you get like a percentage of your HP for your man-at-arms. You get the halberd for the Lankenect, and you get the crossbow upgrade for those crossbows. For those of you guys who really don't like siege in the game, that civilization already have plenty of damage to the siege with those crossbows if you go to the Mindwork. We're not gonna see that today. Meanwhile, we have plenty of villagers on gold. Looks like this is a fast castle coming from low skill, high ego. Meanwhile, wheelbarrow coming for 30. Just gonna be connecting the 2 cisterns here. Gonna having a blast on his economy. You have plenty of sheep here. 9. Not the best, I think. Let's take a look at how much he has. 14 sheep for Order of the Dragon. That's the beauty of opening up with the deer, is that at the beginning, if your opponent doesn't open up with the Dark Age Spearman or something like that, then you can really get away with this and just have plenty of sheep for the rest of the game until you get to castle, and it's gonna be very, very helpful. You don't need to go out on the berries and expose yourself. we already see the mercenary house is gonna be the Western mercenary contract. We're gonna see some Lombos on the field. I wonder how they will do about if he managed to get into Castle Age and gets those Gilded Knights. Lombos are gonna be pretty much useless in this case, unless he really plans to push like right now. No outpost coming from Order of the Dragon, so it's still kind of exposed, but looks like there is plenty of time for him to go Castle Age. Meanwhile, let's take a look at what Zerty is doing. Have plenty of wood. Wondering what he will do with that. I don't think it, by the looks of it, it doesn't look like a going for a second town center. Probably thinking about saving for some extra production buildings. There you go. It's gonna be the barracks and Lombo combo. It's, they always come together, man. They always come together when you fight against the Byzantines. It's gonna be the barracks. Limitane, one of the best spearmen in the game. Meanwhile, more farms coming for him. There you go. That's where the wood was going. More farms. And looks like the choice for the units have already been selected for Zerty. Meanwhile, Order of the Dragon, we don't see any production building yet. Still gathering some wood. Let's see what's his choice. If it's gonna be the Gilded Knight, it's gonna be having some trouble with those Limitane. And remember, the thing about the Order of the Dragon is that they kind of not really have the prelate ready when they age up. So as soon as they age up, they need to produce one from the Regnis Cathedral, and they need to go. Whereas the Holy Roman Empire, they can just produce from the town center, or even have the one that you usually have on the Akron Chapel, have the day off for him and just get some relics out there and just get those relics really fast. So it's gonna be really hard for Order of the Dragon to get those relics. And the Castle Age are already there for Zerty. I mean, low skill, high ego. Lombos already going there to the base. No outpost here, so gotta be careful. So it's gonna be the stable. It's gonna be rushing it with a lot of villagers. Like, is this a landmark? No, sir, this is not a landmark. It's just a stable. Okay. And Gilded Knight. It's out. Looks like Zerty is just gonna go to the closest relic. Probably thinking about going for that deer. Maybe thinking, hey, you know what? Maybe he's on the deer, but never mind. Scout, maybe checking if there is no units here. Meanwhile, prelates are already going into the same direction. You know, the backbone. Kind of reminds me, like in China, they have like a kind of like a war culture where everyone is like in the same project, but not like the same project, but different projects, at least in game development. And you just go for the one that is successful, and the rest is just like vanish, you know, something like that. Like you send 2 prelates to get that relic, and just in case one of them dies, and you still get something. Gilded Knight already there. I'm sure those Lombos are gonna be pretty much decoration here. A couple of Gilded Knights already in the queue. Look at that! Look at this guy. This is like the kind of like the what you see in the north of Europe, I guess. Like very tall people. I've seen some very tall people there. I myself, I'm not very tall, not very short either, but I feel like I'm extremely short when I see some people from there in the airport. Like they're really giant. Probably these guys from there. Well, technically Germans are really tall too, so makes sense. Makes sense. Only the chosen ones goes here. Prelate gonna go there. No problem for the prelate to get the second relic. Meanwhile, the third one is already being guarded by Eli Mitane here. Ooh. That's a prelate? I thought it was a villager doing some wood cutting. Never mind, prelate dies, but the relic it's pretty much safe under the range of the town center, so it's okay. It's okay. It could be worse. More Gilded Knights coming up. Let's take a look at low skill, high ego point of view. See where this knight. Be careful with not losing them. Probably when they are already low HP, you can go back and do that kind of like healing like the pray to win strategy. Come on, I know you can heal it. What I like to do is just put them in the town center just to make sure like it's still there, like, you know, and then I can just get the prelates to heal them. Look at this. This guys don't really care about the Limitane here. They just, I don't care about the counters, man. This guy is just another level for sure. Prelate just gonna be rushing, getting those relic. Scout not gonna be the best unit to the knight. Meanwhile, Gilded Knight just doing beautiful work here. Meanwhile, Golden Horn Tower coming up for the Byzantines. Let's take a look at the Byzantines base. Already have another barracks coming, Golden Horn Tower, and a market just to sell some extra resources. Blacksmith already there for him. Already have some upgrades. Actually, has all the eco upgrades and some blacksmith upgrades. So I think he's gonna be in a better shape when he gets to Castle Age. But relics are being contested by low skill, high ego, and looks like he's gonna get away with it. The fifth one is I don't think he's gonna get the fifth one, but not that's well low for basically asserting dominance. And Gilded Knights just pretty much destroying everything that Zerty is doing. Like, no counters. Nobody counters the big boy. Nobody counters the big boy. 4 relics, not bad at all for the Holy Roman Empire. Zerty with a little bit of trouble here. Already starting the farm transition. And let's see which units are coming out. It's gonna be the Longbowman. Veterancy coming for those Limitane. Well, another stable. Looks like it's gonna be pumping those Gilded Knights. That's his plan. And probably with 4 relics in the bank, you may be thinking about Russian Imperial, because you don't need that many villagers on gold to support your economy. You pretty much can risk it if you have enough defenses. First outpost coming up. You want to have those outposts in range of the TC, kind of like everything intersecting, just in case your opponent goes to your base. All the outposts are attacking all the army at the same time. You don't want to put like an outpost that only attacks certain group of people and then the other one is just being untouchable. And meanwhile, the Gilded Knights will go for a raid. First raid of the game. Looks like the villagers will escape in time. Limitane just running just to get... Come on, give me... Just give me one hit. Just give me one hit. Gilded Knights are like, okay, you want it? You want it? You get it. He said like, never mind. Actually, that's too many of them. Prelate with a little bit of a location disorder. Well, oh my god. Like, this guy's... Okay, now the table's turned here. Now the table's turned here. Look at this. Oh my god. Nothing like having those big boys here. Actually, doing a pretty good job. Prelate, just doing a pray to win strategy. And Lombos are gonna get clean here. Low skill, high ego. With a little bit too much ego now. I feel like he deserves it. Now he has plenty of units here. Not any kind of unit. These guys are really something else. Like, look at that. Pray to win. And just like that, all those units are back to 100% HP. I must say that he has done a very, very good job at keeping those alive. That requires quite a lot of micro heavy activities. Meanwhile, looks like these Gilded Knights will go for another raid. Say never mind. It's like, actually, that was a joke. You don't need to take it seriously. Let's go back. Meanwhile, Sacred Victory approaching. Farm transition is starting for low skill, high ego. And at the same time, Zerty with a little bit of trouble. He lost quite a big chunk of his army. He's gonna get more really soon. But Lombos is really not the best unit to deal with those big boys. Potentially he can be thinking about an economic expansion here. And I think he's thinking about it. Look at the stone he has. Probably thinking about it going for another town center just to catch up with the economy. Your opponent may be on one town center, but he does have quite a lot of relics in his hand, and with the Relic Cathedral that give you extra gold. Look at that, 478 for each every minute that passes, and that's only in the Relic Cathedral. In the outpost there should be another one. That's a lot of gold. That's a lot of gold. Just to give you like an idea. Never mind. Zerty is not mining gold. He's just in transition. Looks like he's mining more stone. Probably thinking about securing more resources with the keep, or maybe just like an economic expansion with a second town center. But that's a lot of limited. And I don't know if even with the number of Gilded Knights that you have, do these guys have Inspire Warriors? There you go, Inspire Warriors coming soon. Move speed plus 10%, improving their armor plus 1 and damage by 15%. It's gonna come soon, and let's see how this guy deal with that, because I think they just gonna do good. Look at the bonus here. Come on, get inspire. Is it inspiring? He's not inspiring them. Oh, you need to activate it. Okay. You need to activate it. So looks like it wasn't activated for most part of the fights, unless I've seen wrong. Hey, there you go. This guy is inspired. Actually, I don't think you need to activate it. Just, I think they do it automatically. There you go. I think every time they get healed, they get inspired. And look at that, plus 8 damage when they are inspired. This guy's like plus 2. This one has plus 8. That's a pretty big deal. Pretty big deal. More farm transition coming for Zerty. That's a good thing about this. And more Lombos. Unfortunately for him, not the best unit to deal with this mass. This is sad. Actually, at the beginning I was okay, like only Gilded Knights. Like there must be a point where you need to add another unit, right? But since he didn't lose that many knights, having this mass is actually quite dangerous. Even with limited, although limited are not really in big numbers now, it's gonna be hard. It's gonna be hard to deal with those guys. I mean, you cannot really see the military count. These guys occupy 2 population space, but it's already bigger. And it's not only bigger, it has a higher quality army value. Look at the army value, 11,000. Obviously, it is bugged because they don't count the unit from the Golden Horn. And I think the Lombos are also bugged. So I don't know why they didn't fix it. But anyway, in the meantime, Sacred Victory approaching, only 7 minutes. And what is low skill, high ego plan now? It doesn't seem like he wants to go Imperial yet. Maybe he just wants to set up some farms and then go for it. Or maybe he can just start putting some towers and try to secure those sacred sites. Maybe that's his victory condition. He's gonna go for the boar. 6 villagers. Probably one of them will die. If there is a raid. By the looks of it, Zerty just chilling for now. Just chilling. Level 4 cistern already there. Gonna get the last berries. Oh my god, the raids. And this knight only needs 2 hits to kill them. Oh, technically 3 with the textiles. This guy's they just made different. Mangonel emplacement coming for Zerty. That changed quite a lot of things. Although I don't know how the Mangonel will do against these big boys. Oh my god, what is this? What is this? Looks like there is a split coming here. Mangonel's shot does pretty much nothing to those units. And now Zerty gets surrounded here by all those Gilded Knights. Looks like, oh my god, it looks like he's gonna get cleaned up once again. And with those prelates inspiring all those units, looks like, look at how fast this outpost will go. And this is already fortified outpost. Prelate just healing the units. Lankenet doing Lankenet stuff. And outpost goes down. And just like that, looks like Zerty will have a little bit of a trouble decapturing this sacred site. Now there was quite of a big loss coming from low skill high ego, but I will say bot players have lost a lot. But the problem is these guys take time to train. Like, he's only training those guys. It's like, what is this? What is this game, guys? I'm so glad I picked this one. This is so weird. I mean, I guess if you... What is this? Come on, kill it. Take it back to full HP. I guess all these 3 knights will be here. And then you have 1. Oh my god, look at that. There's another fight. It's like the knights will just be protecting the sacred sites. Limitane. Trying to take down the wall. The problem is that they're not only strong, they also have a lot of mobility. So if you try to decapture the sacred site in the south, they just arrive very soon. Wolf gonna be working for Zerty now. Military Academy coming for him. Maybe pumping more and more units. Meanwhile, farm transition. Looking okay. But oh my god. This is a big number of Gilded Knights. Mangonel coming soon. And Mangonel, it's pretty much good against everything that you see here. There is no armor units for Zerty. The Mangonel is just gonna do so much damage to all those infantry units. In fact, low skill, high ego realize, you know what, there's no armor units here. I'm gonna have a... Do not give me 2 of them. Actually, give me 2. That's all I need. Sacred Site was the capture. So it's no longer a victory condition for low skill, high ego. It's like Limitane will do God's work here. Meanwhile, there's plenty of gold income coming for Order of the Dragon. That's quite a lot of units. And that's a lot of crossbows too. So I'm curious to see how this fight will go, because there's pretty much all the counter units are here. Knights go for a raid. Limitane just chasing them. Just trying to get... Okay, look at those crossbows. They do quite a lot of damage. Gotta be careful not to lose the prelate. Mangonels are already in place. Looks like crossbows are gonna get a surprise now. I don't know if he knows about the Mangonel. Looks like Gilded Knights decide, you know what, I don't know why I was running. I'm just gonna deal with this, and then I just go back to raid again. And look at that, it just... I guess... The only thing I can think about is that the Gilded Knight, it's pretty much like the Jugunu. A unit that it's only good in very, very good numbers. And very hard to deal with. Looks like Zerty will push now. Mangonels. 3 Mangonels actually. Oh my god. That was huge. And now the crossbows can kite. That's a lot of crossbows, 28 of them. They should be able to do plenty of damage, but the problem is the Mangonel now. And the Maomao pretty much solve your problem about all your counter units. Because the only unit that can counter this knight is the Limitane and the crossbows. And they're already countered by the Mangonels that has here. Actually, it works so well for him that he's actually building a fourth one. Actually, no. 3 more mangonels. Like, Pyrrhalish is for losers. Just give me more mangoes. It's like Zerty going for a raid. Haven't been able to kill so many villagers, only 5. Still ahead on the villager count, but Order of the Dragon villagers are just way better, so this is not really an equal situation, especially because there are a lot of relics. Now there is plenty of olive oil coming for him, but it's just the lombos, you know. Like you need another unit here. You really need another unit. I mean, the Lancanet, it's a little bit better, but it's not really the right unit. Mangonel. Gonna do some damage to those Limitane. Meanwhile, these guys, they look like they have textiles, but they don't. They are like that. Born like that. Plenty of HP. Meanwhile, 40 Gilded Knights on the field. Limitane gonna take down the prelate, not gonna be able to capture the sacred site. And now looks like Order of the Dragon looks like in a good shape to push into the opponent's base. I'm not really sure what he's waiting. Maybe another Mangonel? Springle's already there for Zerty, but with so many knights, I think the Springles are not gonna last much. Can be easily be flanked here. Like, knight goes down. Oh my god. This is a classic, man. Just how do you deal with this when you see this many units like this? I mean, technically he's doing things right. He has the Limitane and he has the crossbows. But the problem is just the Mangonels. He just needs way more Springles. Way more. Because one shot from these 6 Mangonels at the same time, you kind of lose half of your army easily. Limitane gonna go down here in the south. Meanwhile, Zerty looks like it's about to go in, but he's not quite sure about it. Meanwhile, low skill, high ego. Almost pop cap. So does Zerty. Meanwhile, more Mangonels coming here. Trying to do more shots, more Lombos coming down. Springle's gonna take down one Mangonel, but they will be easily sniped by those big boys. One Springle goes down, another Springle goes down, and with that, the hopes of Zerty to get back into the game also lost. Well played by these 2 players. Hopefully you enjoyed this match, and I will see you in the next one.